No, the Trudeau government is not trying to facilitate the Muslim takeover of the Canadian financial system. So recently, during the 2024 federal budget, it was announced that the Trudeau government is seeking ways to make home ownership more accessible to the Muslim community. This is because historically the Muslim community does not take very lightly the concept of interest. It is actually kind of seen as usury. So this has created a bit of uproar by some people here in Canada and in Quebec, but it's really nothing special. These mortgages tend to be riskier for the institution. Why? Because it often includes a bit of ownership on their part. One of these models is Ijara, which is actually a way of leasing a home to a would-be buyer, and then over time and as the conditions of the terms are met, the buyer then becomes full owner of the property. This is also known as rent-to-own, something that is not really new in the Western world. Another form of lending is musharaka. Musharaka is a form of partnership agreement between the lender and the buyer. And what happens is that the buyer essentially gradually becomes owner of the property, kind of like owning equity in a company. And at the end of the contract, and over time, they become full owner of the property. Lastly, you have murabaha. Murabaha is essentially a credit system in which a lender will transfer the home to a buyer, but instead of charging interest, they just simply include the cost plus the profit of and whatever transactional fees included in this whole deal, so that the person under certain conditions can go ahead and also access it. These conditions, of course, are based off of the credit history of the borrower. I'm Carlo, and even though I have a beard, I am not Muslim. However, I do want all Canadians of all communities to be able to access wealth-building tools such as home ownership. If you want to learn more about personal finance and how you can benefit from good financial advice, please follow this channel.